Donald is hell-bent on his personal vendetta and is transforming America into a fascist regime by politicizing the FBI, CIA, and DOJ to attack his enemies. But what enemies? Look, Donald broke the law and they played patty cake with him, especially on the document case where he jeopardized our national security by storing our nuclear secrets, military capabilities, and plans, and our strategic alliances with our military allies, among many other extremely sensitive pieces of intel. Yet, Donald stubbornly maintained his RICO-level defiance and got prosecuted, but was treated like royalty throughout and skated on all charges like the king of the deep state. Swamp Thing is opposed to law and order. So since Lex Luthor has slimed his way into what's turning into absolute power, he's attacking Superman. You have to realize that Jesus is the villain in Satan's world. So devilish Donald, using his satanic gifts of deception, has convinced half of America that the justice system is bad when it prosecutes white criminals with deep pockets. Again, how is Diddy's alleged trafficking exploits already concluded in the court of public opinion? No Diddy. Oh, he's guilty. But Donald is accused of frequenting Epstein rape parties that included minors. But y'all vote for him to be president? Well, that's because devilish Donald convinced the masses with his demonic tongue that his felonies are fake, just like he's convinced y'all that any damning news is fake, or his latest racist hit, it's the black people's fault. Listen to him, Vance and Pete, about DEI. Go back, listen to what they said. And it is clear as day that DEI in their Nazi fascist world is a euphemism for blacks. But what does their hate get you, though? Insulin prices going up, gas prices going up, eggs, if you can even find them, going up double the price, bro. Make America hate again. Doesn't make America great. It was already great. Again? When was it great? You go backwards, we get less great. Again implies backwards, not forwards. America's about progression. The idea of America is about progression, growth, expansion, not regression, contraction. Donald and his crime syndicate that we call his cabinet, out of tradition, but let's face it, they're a bunch of flat earther, tinfoil hat wearing, diddler, rapey, thieving, abusive, pathological, lying anti-vaxxers that are diabolically opposed to law and order and helping anyone but themselves. How do you really expect career criminals that have made their fortunes through abuse, embezzlement, lying, cheating, and flat out evil to all of a sudden do a 180 and start serving? Where does that come from? For those that put money over morality, how's your egg prices looking? How's those prescription drug prices looking? I bet y'all just loved having your money froze for a few days in rural America. I know you just loved that pit in your stomach when you were like, oh my goodness, my Medicaid, my Medicare, my Social Security, my welfare benefits in rural America. I bet you that felt good. I wonder how many constitutional laws your kakistocracy broke with that freezing of congressionally approved funds. I just wonder. Donald ain't even trying to pretend to make America great. He ain't even trying to pretend to help anybody. The source of all of our problems, the spooky immigrants, are being deported, but because dimwit Donald is completely deplorable, he's doing the most to deport them. How much does it cost these ICE agents every day to go out? How much does it cost to push this media campaign to look at me, I'm flexing my muscles and I'm deporting all of the immigrants? It cost him $800,000 to send them on a plane. And you know that they're killing transparency. So they take all the information down, all the reports that we're supposed to have as the people to make sure that the people that we've elected, that we've hired are doing their job. They take all that down so that they can control it. So God only knows how much money this idiot is blowing, flexing his impotent muscles. Meanwhile, he's half as effective as Sleepy Joe was at deporting. He's doing half the numbers of illegal immigrants because that's what President Joe did. Perhaps Doo-Doo Donald should take a dang on nap. I hear sleep helps with cognition, and it'll be a good time to change his adult diaper as well. So, I mean, it's beneficial all across the board. Just take a nap, Donald. Go sit down somewhere with your doofy self. Now, how has Donald's deportations helped your pocketbook? Pay isn't increasing, and it ain't about to increase. Donald is destroying overtime opportunities. I don't forget about stuff. That's Democrats' problem. We say one thing and we just move on. We just try to stay current. No, forget that. That's garbage. When you are dealing with a pathological liar, you got to keep receipts. How long did we hear that Joe Biden was mentally incapacitated? Even people on our side still saying that. Boy, if you don't shut up with that garbage, I will never, ever say that. How you gonna tell me that somebody is mentally incapacitated that accomplished all the things that he did? Dude has a speech impediment. The only thing Joe did wrong was get old. Yeah, you don't have as much pep in your step, but obviously, based upon the results, dude's sharp as a two-edged sword. And I felt bad watching him say, I felt like I did enough to earn the right to run again, to serve America again. You could tell that this was something that was serious to him. He took the job of serving us seriously. And we just pooped all over the man's name. But it was started by Donald. How long did we have to hear the same thing? How long did we have to look at dick pics of Hunter Biden? No, I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over. Donald's appointed judges have already cut back Joe Biden's initiative. Joe raised the income level. So, for example, if the income level before was $45,000, Joe was like, no, if you're making $65,000 or less, if you work overtime, it's mandatory for them to pay you the time and a half. Judges, local judges, MAGA judges, like, cut that back. Cut it back. Nope. Kill overtime. No surprise, because that was in Project 2025. You goofies would actually pay attention. Prices are getting worse. Not better. Worse. Worse. Egg prices are double. Gas prices soaring. But the illegal immigrants were taking our jobs. Oh, the illegal immigrants taking our jobs. Oh my goodness. So how many of you fake ass back the blue MAGA maggots going to pick those oranges? Huh? How many of y'all gonna go out there 5 a.m. in the morning to 7 p.m. in the afternoon in the blazing hot sun and gonna do that back-breaking work for minimum wage? Where y'all at? Huh? Huh? You snaggle-tooth country, non-reading, cousin screwing? Where you at? Oh, and your god Donald just started his China tariffs on the 10th of February. Now he's effectively raised your taxes, our taxes. He's also dismantling the stock market. Why is everyone all of a sudden talking about a recession? So the economic collapse that Elon heralded before November 5th, 2024 is coming it's starting to work. Because like I've said, and I will keep saying, and I'll probably say it again before I finish talking, they want to collapse the economy. Notice earlier I said deplorable Donald, not dumb. He ain't dumb. He ain't dumb. Supervillains know exactly what they're doing. They are trying to collapse the economy, so we only have them as our solution. And then they can usher in full-fledged oligarchy. That's what they're doing, and it's here. No way. No, not the populist candidate Donald. No way. Of course it is. And you're only kidding yourself if you think it's not. Dude ain't trying to do nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing for the American people. And there's no one there to keep his train wreck from doing maximum damage like the last time. So all of his dystopic wet dreams are going to happen all over the American people. Oh, don't worry. Dumb Donald is pledging to bring back plastic straws and ban paper straws. Well, you wanted to tear everything down, and you're getting what you wish for. Because it's obvious Donald is intentionally feeding the swamp, which comes at no surprise because he's the swamp thing. Again, Democrats are not pushing back. And if anything is said, it's done in the most apologetic, both sides manner possible. Dems are weak-noodled, spineless softies. I say that in love because I'm Democrat. But it'll be a cold day in hell before you see me on some love their hate vibes. What about the mass voter suppression campaign that cost Harris, that beautiful, brilliant black soul of a woman, the White House? 3.5 million votes were purged, thrown away, literally tossed in the garbage, blocked, invalidated, you name it. And after the numbers are tallied, she would have won Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Michigan. You didn't find it slightly odd that the blue wall was obliterated by a maniacal and sick campaign? Donald was talking about Arnold Palmer's dick, y'all. He danced for like 30 minutes or something, doing that little weird double, you know what it is. Started sucking off the microphone. He was performing fellatio on the microphone, bro. That disgusting MSG rally tweet saying, let's go halves on a slave from MAGA maggots, Vance humping couches. Donald screaming about blacks eating cats and dogs during a national debate on live TV, in which Harris, that wonderful woman, absolutely manhandled Donald's punk-ass man-child self. Project 2025. The list goes on and on and on. And this dude, not McCain, not Romney, but convicted rapist and felonious fraudster, alleged diddler Donald? No. They blocked black votes and working class people's votes from Democratic areas. But what are Dems saying about this? Barely anything, if a word at all. And that's our problem. We don't fight when it matters. We wait till election. But you don't drag the right, these radical, fascist, racist, rapey, weird right-wingers, all during their term when they're crapping the bed, when bombshells like this drop. Where is our fight? Where is our grit? Come on, man. And there's plenty to drag they sorry asses on right now. For example, how they murdered those innocent people in Washington, Pennsylvania, and Arizona. You got the FAA, which was already running too lean as is. but still didn't have any incidents in 16 years. And as soon as your happy-go-lucky doofy ass comes storming in like a Nazi wrecking ball with your racist agenda, over 100 bodies have to pay for your fascist Project 2025 nonsense. Drag their asses on this. Bodies still in the water. And here come the MAGA morons. Blame it on the blacks. We've cleaned up to restore excellence. Well, I judge based on results. And you need to put the people back in place that you fired to politicize the government to the tune of your fascism, because before your stupid ass made things great again, these young people would have been able to travel without worrying about mid-air collisions. Donald got it so stupid. Planes running into each other on the damn ground because the controllers that were already overworked, underpaid, and understaffed got shafted even more by Chancellor Donald of the MAGA Reich. So they are even more in dire straits because dumbass Donald willy-nilly starts firing what seems to be as many minorities as possible. In other words, the ones that were actually qualified and knew how to do the job. Now Captain Chaos got Americans afraid to fly. So the stock market is tanking, eggs are skyrocketing because dumbass Donald has no clue of how to actually help people. So bird flu is going crazy bananas right now. And gas prices are soaring again. But he said that he have the prices down day one. Donald was dragging Biden about prices before Biden even took the office, before he was even inaugurated. And now we're going to be civilized? Hell no. Now we're reasonable on the left. Okay. You want to be reasonable? Let's reason that his tariffs, which are starting to hit dickhead Donald's trade wars with our neighbors and biggest trading partners, crazy rhetoric about making Canada a 51st state, which he recently doubled down on, bro. And his illegal war on legal. I said legal, L-E-G-A-L, immigrants, which do the work that none of us want to do and contribute to our economy. Let's reason that all of those things are inflationary and horrible for the economy. He's raising prices, not lowering them, but all the while gutting our civil liberties and destroying our government, which is a huge indicator of MAGA's psychopathic attack on America's freedom. That's the real thing that we need to be focused on. He's breaking the law recklessly and only conditioning us. He's conditioning us. Listen to me. He's conditioning us to accept his kakistocracy's lawlessness and chaos. The rule of Satanism is order through chaos. And that's exactly what Captain Chaos and his deplorable band of villains are about. I've been saying that America is doomed since November 2024. This isn't just bad politics, y'all, but it's the deliberate collapse of our economy to put Americans in a place where we have to accept Donald's New World Order as the only solution. Isn't that what Hitler did? Mein Kampf is Donald's favorite book. Now, Anonymous has picked up the message and is pushing the same message that I've been sharing. Get your heads out of the ground, dodo birds. Your country is under attack. Your freedom is under attack. Your lives are under attack. Get out of Delulu land. This is a systematic attack of freedom. MAGA is a terroristic organization. They're terrorists. Many among its ranks are sheeple. They have no idea. They truly believe that Donald's doo-doo soaked adult diapers are wonderful. That's why I call them MAGA maggots. They just eat Donald's crap. But those at the top, no, they are disciples of the devil. And they want nothing more than to establish white nationalism and Christian nationalism, both of which are horribly satanic constructs. My heart is overjoyed that my white brothers and sisters, yes, my people, those that love freedom and reject hate, intolerance, ignorance, and bigotry, heard the assignment given through Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. Don't believe the lie. The truth is, all God's people, black people, white people, and every shade in between, must join together in solidarity and fight for freedom. If we go down because our opposition is evil and has power and dark authority on its side, that's okay. But we must go down fighting for righteousness, fighting for democracy, fighting for America, fighting for freedom.